Welcome to our exploration of copyright and fair use in the digital age. In today's world where content is created and shared at lightning speed, understanding copyright is more important than ever. Copyright protects original works of authorship such as music, writing, art, and videos, giving creators exclusive rights to their work. As we navigate this digital landscape, it's crucial to know what copyright means, how it applies to digital content, and why respecting these rights matters for everyone online. Let's start by unpacking the basics of copyright and its significance in our connected world. Copyright is a legal concept that grants creators of original works the exclusive right to use, distribute, and modify their creations. This means that when you write a song, draw a picture, or film a video, you automatically own the copyright to that work. These rights help ensure that creators can benefit from their efforts, both financially and creatively. In the digital age, copyright extends to online content, including blog posts, social media images, and digital music. Understanding what copyright covers is the first step in respecting the rights of creators everywhere. Copyright protects a wide range of creative works. This includes literary works like books and articles, musical compositions, dramatic works, visual art, photographs, films, and even software code. In the digital age, the protection extends to online content such as blog posts, podcasts, and digital artwork. Whether you're a writer, musician, or software developer, your original creations are safeguarded by copyright law. Recognizing the variety of works protected helps us appreciate the scope of copyright and the importance of respecting creative ownership. One of the most important aspects of copyright is that protection is automatic. As soon as you create an original work and fix it in a tangible form, such as writing it down or recording it, copyright protection applies. You don't need to register your work or include a copyright notice for it to be protected. This automatic protection is especially relevant in the digital age, where content is constantly being created and shared online. Understanding this helps creators feel secure about their rights from the moment their work exists. Copyright doesn't last forever. In most cases, copyright protection lasts for the life of the creator plus 70 years. After this period, the work enters the public domain, meaning anyone can use it freely. For works created by corporations or anonymously, the duration may differ, often lasting 95 years from publication or 120 years from creation. Knowing how long copyright lasts is important for understanding when works become available for public use and how long creators can control their creations. Not everything is covered by copyright. Facts, ideas, methods, and systems are not protected, even if you express them in a unique way. For example, a recipe's list of ingredients isn't protected, but your written description or photos of the dish might be. Similarly, titles, names, and short phrases are generally not covered. Understanding these limitations helps clarify what you can and cannot claim as your own under copyright law. Copyright gives creators several exclusive rights. These include the right to reproduce the work, distribute copies, perform or display the work publicly, and create derivative works. For example, an author can decide who publishes their book, or a musician can control who samples their song. These rights empower creators to control how their work is used and to benefit from their creativity, especially in the digital world where sharing is so easy. While copyright grants strong protections, there are important limitations and exceptions. These ensure that copyright doesn't restrict access to information or stifle creativity. For example, fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes like criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, and research. These exceptions balance the rights of creators with the public's need for access and innovation. Fair use is a key exception to copyright law, especially in the digital age. It allows people to use copyrighted material without permission in certain situations, such as for criticism, parody, news reporting, teaching, or research. Fair use is not a blanket rule. It depends on several factors, including the purpose of use, the nature of the work, the amount used, and the effect on the market. Knowing how fair use works helps creators and users navigate the boundaries of legal content sharing. First factor in fair use is the purpose and character of your use. Courts look at whether the use is commercial or nonprofit, and whether it transforms the original work by adding new meaning or message. For example, using a clip from a movie in a review or parody is more likely to be fair use than simply reposting the entire film. Transformative uses that add value or commentary are generally favored under fair use. Second fair use factor considers the nature of the copyrighted work. Using factual or published works is more likely to be considered fair use than using creative or unpublished works. For example, quoting from a news article for a research paper is more likely to be fair use than using a song in a commercial. Understanding this factor helps users make informed decisions about what content can be used under fair use. Third factor in fair use is the amount and substantiality of the portion used. Using a small excerpt or a non-essential part of a work is more likely to be fair use than using the heart of the work. For instance, quoting a few lines from a book in a review is generally acceptable, but copying entire chapters is not. This factor encourages users to limit their use to only what is necessary for their purpose. Final fair use factor examines the effect of the use on the market for the original work. If your use could replace the original and harm its sales, it's less likely to be considered fair use. For example, uploading a full movie online for free would likely hurt the market for that film. This factor helps protect creators' ability to earn from their work while allowing limited, non-harmful uses. Fair use covers a variety of situations. Common examples include quoting a book in a review, using a short clip of a song in a parody, or sharing a news article for educational purposes. Teachers often rely on fair use to share materials in the classroom, and journalists use it to report on current events. These examples show how fair use supports creativity, education, and public discourse while respecting creators' rights. Not all uses qualify as fair use. Simply copying and reposting someone else's work, using large portions without transformation, or distributing copyrighted material for profit are not considered fair use. For example, uploading a full album to a public website without permission is a clear violation. Understanding these boundaries helps users avoid copyright infringement and respect creators' rights. Digital age brings new challenges for copyright and fair use. Content can be copied, shared, and remixed instantly across the globe. This makes it harder for creators to control their work and for users to know what's allowed. Digital tools and platforms have made it easier to create and distribute content, but they also increase the risk of infringement. Navigating these challenges requires awareness and responsibility from everyone online. User-generated content, such as memes, remixes, and fan art, is a hallmark of the digital age. While these creations often rely on existing works, they can raise complex copyright questions. Some user-generated content may qualify as fair use if it's transformative or for non-commercial purposes, but others may infringe on copyright. It's important for creators and users to understand the rules and seek permission when necessary. Social media platforms have revolutionized how we share and consume content. However, posting copyrighted material without permission can lead to takedowns or account suspensions. Many platforms use automated systems to detect and remove infringing content. Users should be mindful of what they share and respect the rights of original creators, even in fast-paced online environments. Creative Commons licenses offer a flexible way for creators to share their work while retaining some rights. These licenses allow others to use, remix, or distribute content under certain conditions, such as giving credit or not using it commercially. Creative Commons has become popular in the digital age, making it easier for creators to collaborate and share while maintaining control over their work. Works in the public domain are free for anyone to use without permission. This includes works whose copyright has expired, works created by the government, or works that were never eligible for copyright. Public domain content is a valuable resource for creators, educators, and the public, allowing for unrestricted use and creative freedom. In doubt, it's always best to obtain permission from the copyright owner before using their work. This can involve reaching out directly, purchasing a license, or using content that is clearly marked for reuse. Getting permission helps avoid legal issues and shows respect for the creator's rights. In the digital age, many platforms provide tools to request or purchase licenses easily. Copyright infringement occurs when someone uses a protected work without permission or a valid exception like fair use. This can include copying, distributing, or displaying someone else's work without authorization. Infringement can lead to legal consequences, including fines or removal of content. Understanding what constitutes infringement helps users avoid unintentional violations and respect the rights of creators. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, is a key law in the digital age. It provides tools for copyright owners to request the removal of infringing content from online platforms. The DMCA also protects internet service providers from liability if they promptly remove infringing material when notified. Understanding the DMCA helps both creators and users navigate copyright issues online. Notice and takedown is a process under the DMCA that allows copyright owners to request the removal of infringing content. When a platform receives a valid notice, it must act quickly to take down the material. Users who believe their content was removed in error can file a counter notice. This process helps balance the rights of creators and users in the digital environment. Online platforms like YouTube and Facebook benefit from safe harbor provisions under the DMCA. This means they aren't held liable for user-uploaded content as long as they respond promptly to takedown requests. Safe harbor encourages platforms to host user content while protecting them from legal risks, provided they follow the rules. This balance is essential for the growth of digital platforms. Copyright laws vary by country, but international agreements help standardize protections. Treaties like the Berne Convention ensure that creators' rights are recognized across borders. In the digital age where content is shared globally, understanding international copyright is important for both creators and users. This helps ensure that rights are respected no matter where content travels. Beyond economic rights, some countries recognize moral rights for creators. These include the right to be credited for their work and to object to changes that harm their reputation. Moral rights are especially relevant for artists and writers, ensuring their work is respected and attributed properly. In the digital age, moral rights help maintain the integrity of creative works online. Educators often rely on copyright exceptions to use materials in teaching. Fair use and specific educational licenses allow teachers to share content for classroom instruction. However, these uses are limited and must meet certain criteria. Understanding the rules helps educators use resources legally and effectively, supporting learning while respecting creators' rights. Libraries and archives play a special role in preserving and providing access to copyrighted works. They benefit from exceptions that allow them to make copies for preservation, research, and public access. These exceptions support education and cultural heritage, ensuring that important works remain available for future generations. Open access movement promotes free online access to scholarly research and educational resources. By removing copyright barriers, open access helps spread knowledge and innovation. Many universities and researchers now publish their work under open licenses, making it available to anyone with an internet connection. This movement is reshaping how information is shared in the digital age. Mixed culture is a defining feature of the digital age. It involves reusing and transforming existing works to create something new, such as mashups, remixes, and fan edits. While remixing can be creative and innovative, it also raises copyright questions. Some remixes may qualify as fair use while others require permission. Understanding the rules helps creators participate in remix culture legally and ethically. Digital rights management, or DRM, refers to technologies used to control access to digital content. DRM helps prevent unauthorized copying and distribution of music, movies, and software. While DRM protects creators, it can also limit how users access and use content. Balancing protection and user rights is a key challenge in the digital age. Orphan works are copyrighted materials whose owners cannot be found or identified. This creates challenges for users who want to use the work but can't obtain permission. Some countries have introduced laws to allow limited use of orphan works, especially for education and preservation. Understanding orphan works helps users navigate these tricky situations. While copyright protection is automatic, registering your work with the Copyright Office offers additional benefits. Registration provides a public record of ownership and is often required to sue for infringement in court. In the digital age, registration can help creators protect their rights and resolve disputes more easily. Including a copyright notice on your work isn't required, but it's a good practice. A notice informs others that the work is protected and identifies the owner. In the digital age, adding a notice to websites, videos, or images can help deter infringement and clarify ownership. There are many myths about copyright, such as the belief that anything online is free to use or that giving credit is enough. In reality, most online content is protected, and permission is often required. Understanding the facts helps users avoid mistakes and respect creators' rights in the digital age. Copyright and trademark are often confused, but they protect different things. Copyright covers creative works while trademark protects brand names, logos, and slogans. Both are important in the digital age, but they serve different purposes. Knowing the difference helps creators and businesses protect their intellectual property effectively. Patents are another form of intellectual property, protecting inventions and processes rather than creative works. While copyright covers art and writing, patents cover new technologies and inventions. Understanding these distinctions helps innovators and creators choose the right protection for their work. Respecting copyright online means not using others' work without permission or a valid exception. This includes images, music, videos, and written content. Always check the terms of use, look for open licenses, or create your own original content. By respecting copyright, we support creativity and innovation in the digital world. Creators can protect their work by understanding copyright, using notices, and registering important works. Sharing under open licenses or Creative Commons can help reach wider audiences while retaining some rights. Staying informed about copyright developments ensures creators can adapt to changes in the digital landscape. Users should always seek permission or rely on fair use and open licenses when using others' work. Avoid copying large portions or sharing copyrighted material without authorization. When in doubt, create your own content or use public domain resources. These practices help maintain a respectful and creative online community. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchain are changing how copyright is managed and enforced. AI can create new works, raising questions about ownership, while blockchain can help track and verify rights. Staying informed about these trends helps creators and users adapt to the evolving digital landscape. Education is key to understanding and respecting copyright in the digital age. Schools, universities, and online platforms offer resources to help creators and users learn about their rights and responsibilities. By staying informed, everyone can contribute to a fair and creative digital environment. In summary, copyright and fair use are essential concepts for anyone creating or sharing content in the digital age. By understanding the rules, respecting creators' rights, and using content responsibly, we can all help build a vibrant and innovative online community. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed and creative. As technology continues to evolve, so will copyright law and fair use practices. Staying up to date with changes and adapting to new challenges will help both creators and users thrive in the digital age. Let's continue to support creativity, innovation, and respect for intellectual property as we move forward together.